We will not go ahead with any kind of employment background verification for you.
So I don't need to upload, do you mean then?
Yeah, you don't need to upload anything related to your employment because your case is different. The only verification that we would, address verification that is done for everyone, we are not even doing the reference check. I think the other one is the criminal record.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So these are the
criminal record, like I had already mentioned that I had been a victim. So victim is like not a cybercrime victim. I think it happens to your family, my family, everyone's family. But in that case, police has supported me because FIR had got lodged from my side, not from that victim have a right to lodge a FIR things and all. Nothing else. And regarding employment check also, I could have supported you, or even now I can support you, but it looked good before, onboarding as a pre-BGV at a senior level.
I know. But we actually don't want to, get into that because I completely understand.
आपकी कंपनी का थर्ड पार्टी
Raj, did you think the weather is this goofy?
What's your take, like, given joining us and you're understanding like what's happening on day-to-day basis, right? So just wanted to do a gut check, like what's your take on everything. I know that we don't have access here, but it's not something new for you, right? So you've been doing this for a long time. Just wanted to hear what you have in your mind. You can talk to each other and do a divide and conquer rule. Maybe that's the way forward. If both of you no, I think what we do is 6 hours a day we log in, but I think for your logging it should be 8 hours per day, right? That's how your management would have said, right? Yeah. So
no, but once you say text, that throws out a buzzword.
I got a text yesterday and says, "Hi, Dave."
Wow. Yeah. The kid.
This text just confirms my suspicion that he was abducted by aliens and he lost all track of time and he has no idea that he was fired. I have no idea.
I was going to go with Ashin. You know how Ashin randomly texted you?
Yes,
that's where I was.
Yes, that would be great if Ashin did. That would have been a good guess too. But for everyone else, we had an employee that just went, he left.
Well, left or went AWOL?
He went AWOL and he said that he was, actually, he did have a state, so maybe he wasn't abducted because he said that he had a family emergency in India. But then after months, we're talking months of HR follow-up, they finally were able to fire him. And then I get this random text yesterday. So
did he reply to you? Did he reply to you after you asked him?
No, I sent him 3 question marks and then he read it, but he hasn't replied. I don't want to do something special because, someone's used to working on a mainframe. But yeah, let's touch base and, I'll help you respond back.
663.
No, I was just saying for 600, I think, to track. So I closed that ticket.
Online, talking bad about Insight already. I think any one of us have addressed that, but I think, I'll take a moment to address, those. Like everyone goes through this, phase in our careers. If it hasn't, for many of you, this could be the first time because you're young, you're going to see things, in a different way. The first thing is we take responsibility. Many of you got interviewed and got, selected, right? There's a reason why you got selected. It's not that we wanted to hire average people, right? But it also matters how you exit, an organization. You might have read the post. Many of you IM me that somebody wrote about Insight and CEO and everything else, part of our team or whatever it was. Well, you think about the after effect of that. Many of them would have taken a screenshot. You will not have any friends at all online. Number 2, you're also talking about the tens of $1 billion worth of a company, right? There's many different ways this could have gone wrong, right? So even if you plan on doing like that, so think about your friends, employers, your future employers. If I were to hire anyone who's done something like that, I'm going to have second thoughts. Right? This is a difficult stage, in someone's career. There are many different ways to cope with that. We have already introduced those, teammates to recruiters. Resumes have been updated. They're looking for a new job and everything else. We'll figure out a way to make the transition, a smooth.
Happy Monday, people.
Happy Monday.
Mutual feeling. 46, okay, let me start the recording, guys.
Well, they came back and they said swap out one of the offshore data engineers with the onshore. Can you just do it? Can we just do a little bit of swapping? They want to just talk to the people and, make sure that they're comfortable with it. This guy, Siraj, just Karthik Shastri. Siraj has been great. He's been working with me and my team for since August now. So they said, can we just have 4 offshore resources? Siraj will own it. He asked me to set up the meeting, but not to join the call. So I'll probably just pop on, say hi, make sure everybody joins, and I'll probably be asked to leave. If not, I do want to stick around, right? Because and one of the interviews, when they interviewed Dinesh, they grilled him. It wasn't Siraj, it was Sastry. It was Sastry.
How long Insight is working with JLL? Is it a new client?
We've been working with them since August. Very new. Everybody that they've worked with, they just came back and said, we love all the people that you've given us.
And any competitor teams they are also working with, like some other, this is like more a business question, but just to understand, because I'd seen in previous client,
Yeah, there's, I think, Cognizant, they have other contractors, and they came back and they said, you guys are not the cheapest, but the quality of your people that you've given us has been amazing, and so we're displacing we're in the process of trying to displace the competitors. So I want to make sure that since this is a pretty young relationship, that everybody that we give them are just rock stars, right? So that's why I've gone through the very painful process of personally talking to every person that we put in front of them and pre-vetting them before the client.
You're nuts. I don't know how you do that.
I went out when we had the blizzard a couple of years ago. It was like 10 years ago. I turned to my kid. She was only like 6, and I said, I gotta go outside. I gotta experience this. And man,
is this that blizzard where they shut down Lakeshore Drive?
Yeah. It literally took your breath away. I mean, it was paralyzing.
Just making sure all the communication, no escalations happen, at least for the next 2-3 months, because it gets into, when the management is new and everyone's being placed, any small communication becomes like an escalation. If I don't know how Mahavir or Praveen communicates, or Krupananda talks on a project, I'll be like, what's going on? These guys are not following onto the protocols. That's how everybody gets a little sensitive when it's a large group, because everybody's feeling a little insecure. If you think we have any kind of projects that we've received, so I think that's one thing. But anytime you guys are getting together, make sure that the group is like at least 3 or 4. So the 5 to 6 minutes that each person is going to get, we can cover 30 minutes. 20 minutes is only the talking, and 10 minutes to answer the questions, and I can moderate that. If anybody else having any kind of an issue on a project or something that you're doing that's concerning, feel free to take it up offline. Right? We are available. If you don't want to discuss this on the call or on the chat, we'll make ourselves available. Just let us know.
There is one group of mine with JLL offshore team formed by Yoshimura Natalie. She is my service manager for Insights client JL. It's surprising to see the level of harassment what I'd faced. From the beginning itself, I'm listening odd words. She's stating Swaraj is excited and anxious for you to start. We can see how, what's the meaning we can take out when someone is anxious to start. And what happened after joining, that guy was doing a cyberbullying, poking my previous court matters, asking to settle down the matters. Surprisingly, there was third party which is not even there in the public affairs or the court matters and all. They are revealing the secret, doing lots of mischief stuffs and all. Like, this is a well-funded attack organized by the Cognizant company, where the Natali also took the Cognizant company name, and further to that, taking Karthik's name, the party names of, of the public affair and the court matters and all. Like, it's quite surprising how this multinational company's behavior had gone these days. For the sake of money, they can open anything and destroys anyone's career. Like,
see the level of social engineering attacks used by Miss Sangeeta Sood and the hiring team of Insights Direct India LLP. Hired common person named as Hina Sheikh from Snapper India Future Tech. The same company was using abusive words 3-4 years before, and they passed my name as a reference for performing a doxing attack using one of the job websites. Cognizant company hired me. I lodged a FR on almost 18 employees of such a big MNC company. I was right, and police found that this is I'd been a victim of this and all. And after this, these people were hinting that, see, that this girl is trying to defame you and giving her, innocent person names and all. Like, side company had given me a shock therapy using a social engineering attacks. Manager Mr. Bruce was mocking her name again and again. See this, she had joined a person in the same team and then making us ashamed of the same. Big social engineering attack